Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox. First pitch coming your way next. And starting this one, Garrett Crochet. What do you got on him, Chris?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
All right, just about ready for baseball. J.J. Weatherholt getting ready to hit.
J.J. Weatherholt.
And that's how this game gets started. That's a ball. Here's a 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Good job to fight that one off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That is second, shortstop.
Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Next offering is fouled back. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the #3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
On the ground. And that's the third out. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the starter for St. Louis, Matthew Liberatore. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Anthony in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 0-1. And that's fouled off. Got him swinging. As we check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Here's Trevor Story. Here's your 1. That one fouled off. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and lipped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now batting Jaron Duran. Smoke to right, but he's got it.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Contreras at the plate now, and that's strike 1. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Foul ball there. Only 2 now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Clearly he was geared up for the fastball right there. Maybe got a little jumpy and excited out of the hand, but he certainly didn't miss a stitch.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Story leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Oh, it's a really good pass of the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way, just let it travel a hair more.
Swung on, belted. And that one is out of here. A massive home run. And the Red Sox jump in front. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at-bat to give your team the lead. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of his ballpark.
Next to hit, Wilyer Abreu. Down the line, it's a base hit. Back-to-back hits, and they were hit hard.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the looks, they can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Caleb Durbin up next for the Red Sox. Left field, way back there. Out of here. It's their second home run of the inning, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 4-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
And we're 2 down, the Red Sox. The early lead, Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. Foul off left side.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Foul ball. Red Sox already leading. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fly ball down the line. And it's a foul ball. And it had the distance. 2 down, nobody on. Bounce that off to the left, and we'll do it again. at-bat coming up. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Going. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to their lead. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up.
This one absolutely screamed out of here, singing a laser. Statcast tells us it was 112 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, it left in a real hurry and didn't go that far because of the launch angle being a little flatter, but clearly it had all the velocity it needed to leave the yard.
Ripped on a line, and that is the third out of the inning. But they take the lead thanks to a 5-run outburst. 1 inning in the books here. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Cardinals nothing. We move ahead to the top of the second now. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Ivan Herrera. Late on that fastball.
I'm sure he likes the 5-0 lead and the run support, but he's sat around a lot since warming up in the pen, and you'd hate to see a guy not have his rhythm to go out there and have a great start.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Crochet gets the strikeout.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone, and a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Got him looking for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
And now Jordan Walker. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
High fly ball, right field. Abreu gets under it, and that is that. Redbirds down quietly. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit.
Now pitching for
Back now and a new arm on the mound to start the bottom of the second. Number 67.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. That smash towards center. Scott on his way over, reaching for it, makes the catch.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
left fielder,
Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox. He's 0 for 1. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
up next for the Red Sox.
Trevor Story comes up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Foul ball there. Here comes the 0-1. That one hammered, but pulled foul. The 0-2. Stays alive. That's a laser base hit. And out to a board. So stepping in for Boston, Jarren Duran. He's over 1. That one is absolutely belted. Forget it. A 3-run dinger. And they add on. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Brew. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dip. With the low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, you waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Number 67 done for the night. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Justin Brule.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
1 down. So here's Boston's cleanup hitter, Wilson Contreras.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Now it's going to be Wilyer Abreu. Swings and sends a rocket to right. He dives, but he can't make the catch. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out. Here's the third baseman, Caleb Durbin.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Relay throw to third. And he's safe at third on a risky play as he moves up with 2 gone now.
Center fielder,
Here's the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at-bat. Base hit and a run comes in. Number 2 down, the Red Sox. The early lead. Marcelo Meyer up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 1 so far. And it stays fair. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Base is now loaded with 2 away. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Justin Brule won't go any further. And the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. The new pitcher in the game, Chris Roycroft.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
So up next, Carlos Narvaez. Smoke to the gap. This might clear the bases. 1 run is in. 2 out.
With the bases juiced, he refused to get pull happy. He stayed within himself, drove the ball to center field. That'll get across a run.
And stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony. 1 for 2. That one is absolutely belted. Reaching for it, and it brings it in. But they tack on 5 runs. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Red Sox 10 and the Cardinals nothing. As expected, we're going into a rain delay, and I have a feeling this is going to be a long break, Singy. It is really coming down as they put the tarp on the infield.
Yeah, I think we kind of saw this one coming, Boog, and it's not going to be a short break either, so guess we go grab some coffee or something, man. Go sneak in a game of the show before play picks back up.
Bring it. Foul ball.
You know, these Cards definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Contreras takes it himself and one away in the top of the 3rd. Pedro Pajes next up for the Cardinals.
What makes him special is a lot of pitchers lose movement in their stuff the deeper they go into a game, but he's just different. We see plenty of breaking his pitches even when he's running a little low in the tank.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Popped up. Meyer under it. Takes it in for the out.
Batting ninth, center fielder Victor Scott II.
And up next for St. Louis, Victor Scott. Out towards right center field, Rafaela on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's the Red Sox 10 and the Cardinals nothing.
Now pitching for
Bottom
St.
half of the
Louis.
3rd, and they bring in a new pitcher, Ryan Fernandez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Makes the catch, 1 down.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Now, Jarren Duran. He's already homered here in this one. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. One out man at first. Here comes Wilson Contreras. He's already homered in this game. Well struck left field. And that one's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they add a couple more. It's 12-0.
He's bringing the thunder in a rainstorm. How in the world did he manage to hit that pitch out? Just an excellent swing all the way around, and had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Right pitch to drive, shift to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of it.
Now a chance for Wilyer Abreu. Base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And next for the Red Sox, Caleb Durbin. Center field. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, center fielder Cedar
center fielder, Cedar Rafaela. There's a line drive to left field. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ryan Fernandez will depart, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. New arm on the mound for the Cardinals, Ryan Stanek.
Ryan Stanek.
Two outs, runners at first and second. Marcelo Meyer digs in now. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Base is now loaded with 2 away.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on the tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
At the plate, Carlos Narvaez. There's a line drive to left field, and the inning is over. On to the 4th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, J.J. Weatherholt. Liner, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps with over 80% of your first pitches or strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And he grounds one to the right side. Contreras over to Story for one. Back to the pitcher at first, and it's offline.
Well, they had a chance at turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
Burleson batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Right down to shoot. No balls, 2 strikes.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
This one in the air. Meyer. 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Ivan Herrera.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. Struck out swinging his first time. And a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
Win off of first with 2 away. Foul ball still 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 0-2 now. Goes down looking. So that does it, but not before they find a way to spoil the perfect game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Bottom of the 4th. They put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
And they've really been peppering left field, as you can see from the graphic right here. Might be time for the defense to slide a bit towards that side.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back. Gone. They'll circle the bases, and they add a run. It's 13-0.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pull-ups.
Here's Trevor Story now. There's a line drive to left field. One down. Jaron Duran will hit next.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That one ripped right center field. That's back there. Got all of that one. Another homer. Second home run of the inning for them. And they boost their lead.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. Well, it looks like we might be underestimating his power just a bit. His teammates might even be surprised at what they're seeing. An unforgettable game for him.
One down. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. 3 for 3 with a pair of home runs and a single. Jones, but it's off his glove. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ryan Stanek won't go any further tonight. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
New
St.
pitcher
Louis,
on now, Matt
number
Swanson.
49.
He's into the game with the bases empty. Wilyer Abreu, the next to hit. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Line drive, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Love how he just kept it simple there. Didn't come out of his mechanics. Nice tight swing, hard hit ball.
Caleb Durbin up next for the Red Sox. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Nolan Gorman. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left.
You know, these Cardinals, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Got him. 1 out. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Jordan Walker now at the plate. Fly to right his first time. Popped up. Contreras. And there are 2 outs.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Church in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. chopper right side. And a foul ball. 1 strike away. Swing and a ground ball. And foul ball.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Swung on, popped up left side. Durbin in position, and he'll put it away. Ball game, and the Red Sox take this one in a blowout.
Well, I don't know what they did in the cage today or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now, but more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come back out, score, and get another W.
14-zip at the end of this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.